so people will know. And this is why this book rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Is because people today, you ask them, Joseph, you go into the you guys got Publix down there in Georgia, you go into the Publix and you ask someone coming out, hey, are you a Christian? Do you believe in God? And they'll say, oh yeah, we do. Is they got 2 6-packs under each arm,
Hmm.
walking out of the store with alcohol. Oh, I believe, but I got all this stuff on me here that's all worldly. Well, as Christians, we need to be watching and warning people, but there's a lot of people that they don't like this book. Go ahead, Joseph.
And as we go throughout the chapter, I'm sure we'll hit this. But as you just said that, I mean, James 1:27 is one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
verses because actually I just came back from South Carolina over the weekend and I saw a denomination church building and they had a sign and it said, religion says do and Christ says done. And I think what they were trying to say was, okay, like religion is bad, but like Christ is, that's kind of the way they were approaching it. But in a way, it's kind of true because pure and undefiled religion says do, right? It's to
Mm-hmm.
visit the orphans and widows in their affliction or in their trouble. So,
Mm-hmm.
this, as we were talking about, like the book of James is like that practical wisdom for
Mm-hmm.
Christian living. And um, we hear a lot of people say, like, oh, if you're a Christian, you don't have to do anything. But James is telling us throughout this entire book, do.
Do. Yep. And that's why the whole book of James is faith without works is dead. And James, we'll talk about later, James is the only place you'll find faith only, and it says not by faith only. You got and people they'll pull that works so far out of context. Oh, you got to work your way into heaven. No, you got to work as a Christian. You got to do, like you said, that pure and undefiled religion. One of that being is to visit the orphans, visit the widows, and in their trouble, be there for them, help them. Not Romans, Galatians 6:1, where Paul here is writing to the church of Galatians. He says, "Consider thyself, lest thou also be tempted. Ye which are spiritual, restore such one another." Talking about the brethren that's fallen away. That's a part. It's like we have to. There's certain stuff that we have to do as a Christian that keeps us on that track. That's a good point you brought up. And that James, he has that strong encouragement to abstain from sin. James makes it very clear that there is a change when you become a
Hmm.
Christian. Christ, when he become the Savior, he changed. He rose out of that grave a heavenly being, going back to that home. As people out of the world, we go from sinner to Christian when we're baptized. We have a